Hey guys, this is Reverend Deadlypudding. Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls, and what will probably be the final bit of the Dark Souls Let's Play. So, I do have a little bit of cleanup I want to do first. I know, I'm so close to the end, and yet I still want to do some cleanup. Yeah, I thought about it, and it makes sense for me to do a couple of things. Just a couple of things. Okay, I'll set a location there in case I need it. Yeah, I have 0 souls at the moment. You can kind of do the math. Anyway. Let's see, I think I bought everything of everything that he offers that's interesting. Oh, except for the rest of the cleric armor, but that's not a big deal. Yeah. And it buys humanities, but, you know, that's also not a big deal. I can just farm that somewhere.
What's wrong with you? Well, if that...
So we're just gonna kill him.
How in the... What did I do?
And hey, that's what we get from this crescent axe and some humanity. Didn't even have to buy it earlier. Shit happens. It's worth noting, I haven't even shown this item off. It's one of the few things I didn't get in this playthrough. But the Dark Hand you can get from being a Dark Wraith, you can use on these guys and they won't even turn hostile.
Oh, Master Lo, it seems that he is... I intend to... You see, Master Lo, with them, I could... You have done... Before I leave on this journey...
This guy has a storyline, and Big Hat Logan, for that matter, to where you basically have to buy out their inventories.
Then, as promised...
And, they'll leave. I'm not gonna buy all of his stuff, but it kind of occurs to me that I don't think I showed it off earlier in the playthrough. So this is kind of a weird point to do that, but here it is. He's got Belling Dragon Crest Ring, which is, what does it do? Oh yeah, boosts the sorcery damage. And then the Ling Ring, which boosts the length of sorcery effects, stuff like Magic Weapon, Great Magic Weapon, etc. I'm not sure if it works with miracles, like, that would actually be pretty interesting to use with something like Sunlight Blade, but I don't know. And, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's got decent stuff here. Like, Soul Spear is really good. Great Soul Arrow. And then, of course, the great heavy version of Soul Arrow. Homing Soul Mass is decent early on. Stuff like Magic Shield and Fall Control, you know, your mileage may vary. Fall Control is really cheap, though. I mean, you could pick that up if you're going to do something like, say, the Great Hollow. You know, that might be helpful there, actually. Magic Shield, I really don't know. I've never even used that. I've actually heard that Oral Decoy might be decent, so take that as you will.
Goodbye, then.
But
Damn,
no survivors.
Then I have no choice. Master.
Oh. I kind of didn't even realize he dropped those. If you buy out all of his inventory, he will show up in Sin's Fortress, hollowed. In fact, a lot of the characters that are in Firelink Shrine have ways of showing up in different places, hollowed, and, you know, not very good anymore. I mean, I showed earlier that the Crestfallen Warrior ends up down in New Londo, hollowed, and that the what? That was just weird. A weird moment. Yeah, should the Crestfallen Warrior goes hollowed in like New Londo. But there's also stuff like Laurentius. If you tell him about your crazy pyromancy that he's never seen before, he'll go to Blighttown and get hollowed there.
I suppose.
What else do we not buy from this guy? Probably like everything. So yeah, he's got Gwendolyn's robes too now. Really, the headpiece is the only one that's worth buying, if I remember correctly. I think it has. Does it have something special? Yeah. It enhances all magic, is what it says. It's only the headpiece that does that. The rest of it doesn't. And of course, he's got the iron golem stuff. I've shown that off before.
Well, that is a shame. But come back. No, they'll...
No survivors, though.
What problem do you have now?
By the Lord. Why? Precious collection.
And he didn't drop anything. Yeah, I'm being lazy. I didn't have to use a homeward bone there, but it did. Okay. Next up. Oh, next up, actually, we're going to go this way again. We still got more NPCs to kill. Well, not many more. Just seeing if he drops some humanity. I'll always check to see if he drops some humanity. It's one of those things. It's just a habit. A lot of people get into it. I'm not the only one. Dude, that always... Come on, that dude always just stops and throws a firebomb. I don't see it why he would just suddenly change his AI. That doesn't seem legit. I know I didn't have to kill those guys, but I knew that the crossbow guy would probably still be a problem, so I really didn't want to have to deal with it. Okay. Let's see if there's anything particular else to mention. This guy is the only place where you can get... I think the only place where you can get a rapier, hand axe, club, and reinforced club. Now, he's not the only place where you can... I shouldn't say he's the only place where you can get this, but if you start as a pyromancer, you start with a hand axe. If you start as a deprived, you get a club. But nobody starts with a reinforced club, and I don't remember any of the classes starting with a rapier. So you'd have to come here for the rapier. I mentioned the chain armor before. Alright, I'm gonna buy out, I guess, 10 Lloyd's talismans. That's all I can afford. And then some more standard arrows, why not?
Thank you, kind. Blimey.
And wow, he didn't have a lot of health at all. And he drops the Uchi-Katana, which is a pretty decent weapon. It's a dexterity-based katana. And it could be, if you decide to kill him early on, it could be a decent weapon. But you lose access to that merchant, which means you lose access to his arrows, I mean, you can just get arrows from the female merchant later, but you lose access to those particular arrows and the Estus, excuse me, not the Estus Slash, the Lloyd's Talismans. And you want to make sure you get the bottomless box and the residence key from him. Other than that, I mean, you know. Alright, so there's still things to be done. I'm gonna go back to the Duke's Archives first. Now, of course, I haven't finished Big Hat Logan's storyline yet. You have to buy out his inventory, and eventually he'll go hollow, right? He'll go crazy hollow. I think you have to buy out his inventory twice. I do want to show he's got a lot of stuff that the other dude didn't have. But this means you'll have like several copies of stuff like Great Soul Arrow, Heavy Soul Arrow, Great Heavy Soul Arrow, Magic Weapon you'll have like a couple of copies of. He's got Crystal Soul Spear and Crystal Magic Weapon, which are pretty dang good. If you're running, you know, Intelligence. Homing Crystal Soul Mass is also pretty popular of a spell. But he ends up going crazy, and he shows up in Cease, what do you call it? Chamber. But as you can see, we still got a sorcery from him there, as well as his hat and a specific type of catalyst. And that's a particularly high level sorcery. It's like 50 intelligence or something to use. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to take the elevator back up to where Seath was. Apparently I had someone follow along with me there. There's a popular glitch that has to do with the elevator to where you can actually manage to skip this part. I'm not sure how to do it. Now, of course, since we've already fought Seath and killed him, he's not going to be up here anymore. It's just going to be a big empty room. Like I said, if you buy out everything for Big Hat Logan, he'll show up in here and he'll try to attack you. Otherwise, there's the chest with a large magic ember. Yes, I completely forgot about this earlier in the game. Whatever. I think there's one more item in here, like a soul of a brave warrior or something like that. It's around here somewhere. Along the top part, if I remember correctly. Oh, here it is. Soul of a great hero, so that's a particularly expensive soul. I could use that to help buy some of that stuff from earlier. Some of the stuff that I didn't get to pick up. Like more Estus Slash, probably. What else now? I'm just taking a second to think. Right. So, yeah, we definitely want to turn the ember back in. It's pretty obvious that it goes to Rickert and Yolando. But yeah, I'll go ahead and drop that by him for no reason. I mean, it's not going to affect me in any way. But hey, just doing a little bit of a service, showing it off, pointing it out. Oh, the elevator is up. What a surprise. That's almost pointless to do, too. It's a fun little jump, though.
Hey, hang on. That's a source. Yes. What do you say, friend? This is no man's land. Yes, I won't.
And that allows him to
Come back
do
soon.
magic
Smith.
weapons up to +10. That's pretty much the only thing I had to do there. No. Well, I don't want to go this way. What am I doing? Just completely walking in the wrong direction. Alright. Now, there's one more little side trip I've got to take here. It's going to be a little bit of a long one. Unfortunately, but it is something that... It's kind of something like the Great Scythe that I missed earlier in the game and ended up picking up. It's just completely forgot about it, and I really shouldn't have, because it's worth pointing out. I'm pretty sure this will wrap it up for the weapons that are on the ground in places. Like the weapons and the items, shields, armors, all that stuff that's actually lying around. Oh, well, not the Guardian stuff, I guess. But I don't know if I'm going to go after the Guardian stuff. I guess I could. Well, I mean, yeah. It's not like it's going to be particularly difficult to get it, I suppose, at this point. Yeah, I'll do that after I grab this. Yeah, we gotta go back through part of Blight Town to get what I'm looking for. What? What? Huh. Okay. What? Wait, what? Okay. Well, that was a bit strange. I don't know what was up with that. I guess I timed it a little bit too strict. I don't know. It's probably something to do with like freaking button lag or something. I don't know. I've had a lot of weird controller issues in this particular playthrough. It could be... I mean, my best guess is that what I'm using is a wireless PS3 controller but it's hooked up through the USB to the PC. And I'm wondering if perhaps that's having some kind of effect with the with like button lag or something. Which would be shitty if that's the case, but you know, at least it would answer some of the strangeness that I've been having throughout this playthrough. Like, my character is straight up rolled when I haven't even hit the roll button before. I've also had like a lot of times where I thought I hit the parry in the right time and it didn't come out right or something. It's just been weird stuff. Really weird stuff. Let's see. Just get to knock this guy off the ladder. Okay, that was kind of weird too, but in a completely different way. Alright, so yeah, I just completely forgot to come over here before when I was in Blighttown. And down here we can pick up the Eagle Shield. Yes, this is a great shield, and it's the lightest great shield in the game. It's also the one with the lowest requirements, and it used to be kind of broken. So as you can see, it's got a 95% physical damage resistance, but it's got good resistances for the rest, and it's got a 70 stability right off the gate. This only weighs 6 pounds. Compare it to like the Black Iron Great Shield right here, which weighs what is that, 16, and requires 34 strength to wield. See, even the Bone Wheel requires 30 strength to wield. Let's see, 31 for that one. I don't have a Tower Shield, so I can't compare it to that as well. But oh, hey Flame Wolf, I just now noticed you in the chat. No, I'm not on New Game Plus yet. I'm wrapping up a few things before I move to New Game Plus, actually. So yeah, I've only got Gwen left to fight. So anyway, I think that was the last thing I needed to wrap up. Was just to kind of pick that up to show off pretty much most of the items that are laying around, like weapons, shields, armor, that sort of thing. So all right. Oh no, I don't need any help. I'm playing this on PC anyway, so thanks for the ask. But no, I've played a pretty good bit of the game before. I mean, I've beaten the game a few times before, so shouldn't be much of a problem. It's just a matter of going through the Black Knights and Kiln. You know, I didn't even think to look at how many chunks I have. God, 23 chunks. Probably got a good bit of the other types too. Come on now. Alright, Flame Wolf. Well, thanks for checking me out anyway. I do recommend the PC version, even if it's kind of a bad port. It's still, I mean, with DS Fix, it's still pretty good. Anyway, I used to play on Xbox myself, and that's the whole reason I'm recommending it here, is because I swapped over. So, anyway, thanks though. And good luck. Alright. Alright. Before I fight Gwen, you know, I probably should have upgraded this stuff, but oh well. I like to do this though. Helm of Artorias. Ornstein. Wait, no. I wouldn't do Helm of Ornstein. Armor of Artorias. Where's Go's Gauntlets? Go's Gauntlets. And Lord's Blades Waistcloth. Then put on Wolf Ring and the Hornet Ring. And Paring Dagger in this hand.